Sorry. We are starting soon. Hello, good morning everybody. Or maybe good night. Who knows? What time of day it is? Nobody knows. But welcome. Welcome to Desperados, Chapter 72. The Consequences of the Pay. Part 3. I think that our usual viewers are not here at this moment. I mean, obviously, Dice is probably just working. And the others are sleeping. But I'm here, they can check the video back later on. And obviously we are not gonna have this music on, because we have learned the star's mother has been attacked. And there has been some really bad damage done onto her. That not even the followers of the flowers. Oh wait, that was flowers? I think it was flowers. Not even the flowers can fix. So I guess I'm gonna pull the time. Let's just simply start this chapter very soon. Just let me see what my friend told me. Okay. I really like this music. If you know this music, then you had a great childhood. So, let's just simply start it. Obviously, not with this music. For Equestria, Desperados, the Consequences of the Pay. Part 3. Should be fine. Before moving to New Appaloosa, Starchatter said that she and Prism lived in a junction town, a place that grew even faster than New Appaloosa has. Junction Town was a former Talon base before the Lightbringer used it to send refugees, including the ponies of Stable 2. Over the years, and with the guidance of the mayor, Calamity, Junction Town has flourished. It became the best example of what the NCR can offer. Unfortunately, from what Star had described, its golden reputation has also made its place, where work had become hard to get, as compensation for jobs was high. There, the followers gave Prism a new job in New Appaloosa, that they would move to and live in up until recently. I've seen a few places in my own travels, such as a new settlement under the care of a strong leader. Often, if the new leaders are strong, just as strong, the spaces become the center of new civilizations. It seemed to me that the NCR had everything it needed to make a strong start, a creation story, with a hero and a villain. It had a goal that pushed it to grow, and a will to fight for what they want and have. But I know there are forces out there that want to snuff out this new republic while it's still in its grip. Written by the Dice. Saying if everything is working? It should, yes. All the joy and excitement from riding in the gunner's nest of the smuggler was missing, replaced with anxiety and impatience. My mind focused on one thing, to see Prism, no matter what. Longsight took the driver's seat of the smuggler. It is his vehicle after all. Harp and Slowthroat took the passenger seats, and the Desperado transport car followed behind, struggling to keep up. The scenery passed by, hot and uncaring. The sun only just now passed high noon, and the horizon blurred mirages. This tricked me into seeing New Appaloosa before it had arrived. Longsight had not explained much. He didn't have many details to give, but in my heart, I knew what might have happened. I cursed myself for not going home as soon as I could. No, I had to fool around, got into the stupid fight with Prince. We could have just taken the daisy chain and fucked right off where I left a police lab, but I got too interested in myself. To have fun, to literally fuck around, all while my family suffered. When New Appaloosa finally came into sight, my anxiety only grew worse. The anticipation of what I didn't want to see or know was eating away at me. Changing directions, Longsight gave the town a wide berth. He didn't go any closer than we needed to, until we saw the followers' camp. Stop Cloak has been extra diligent at keeping an eye on the town's border for the last few days. He stopped every pony who comes near. Longsight explained as we got closer to the camp. Luckily today we are not out in as much force. Something about dealing with the raider camp. Seeing that, because the mayor took so long to get the festival started, it's given some raiders the time to set up camp not too far away. From what I know, it's going to be an extermination, so they don't plan on returning until tomorrow. Odd time for that, but luckily for us, sir, rather that our stay are welcome, Turtle said, before looking up at me. Star, you are going to be okay, right? Would you? I asked him hotly. He gave me a sad knowing look as he said, yeah, just checking. But remember, whatever happens, we will be there for you. Finally arriving at the followers' camp, I hopped out and ran to the first follower I saw. I grabbed them calmly, as calmly as I could, as I demanded to know, where is Prism? Take me to her now! That definitely sounds like a Harry Potter reference. He asked Harry calmly, did you put your name into the goblet? That's a meme now. That sounds like it. The pony was stunned and confused as I shook them. Already forgetting your manners, Star? The gravelly voice of Jolly spoke as she trotted out from a tent. I'm not going to allow you to see your mother if you don't calm down. You are liable to make her condition worse if you are that agitated. I have that right in the world to be agitated. I hopped at the girl. Jolly, that you do, but please think about her right now. Prism is not going to want to see you so disheveled. I took a deep breath and slowly exhaled. I repeated this over until I found some sense of calm under all my panic, fear, and anxiety. Boys got hurt and die all the time. What makes Prism so different? Other than she is Prism, a pony who should not be hurt, who should be with me forever. I should never have gone out and put myself in danger. I should have just stayed in town with her and Bridget. Nothing over, Jelly gave me a somber smile. Good. Be strong for now. Save those emotions for later. Trust me, I have done this for hundreds of years. Now follow me. She led us to a tent on the far side of the followers' camp. It was marked with signs that stated followers only and do not disturb. It makes sense now why they can meet with Prism, because they are at the followers' camp. They are not going to New Appaloosa. As I mentioned in the last episode, that they shouldn't be able to get in New Appaloosa. Jelly stopped at the entrance and looked back at me. Also, before you go in, refrain from touching anything. It's all delicate things in there, including the patient. She's also asleep right now, so keep your voice down. She entered, and I followed. What I saw caused me to gasp. On an old medical bed was Prism. She had several tubes into her neck and her leg. It injected rainbow-like fluid into her. As I got closer, my shock and horror only grew as I saw the extent of healed-over injuries she had. Prism was missing a leg and an eye. Yeah, I thought so that there's gonna be a dismemberment if they can't heal it, because healing potions can heal most of wounds, but not like broken or missing body parts. Her arm was broken and had several deep scars across her body that looked like some pony had carved a chunk of her out. Whoever did this was cruel and malicious, and I had an idea who. Victoria? I growled. Yeah, that was my first thought as well, that it cannot be Ashy, and I don't think she would do that. I mean, Prism did nothing wrong. Not that we would know. She would probably just put her into prison if she did something. Maybe if what she said about her is true, what was done to her is not something a radar can do with a rapidly causing alarm. Also, why she has not gotten better is a mystery to me, and without the right tools, I can't even investigate. Jolly said I should turn it over to the desk and pulled out an envelope from a drawer, passing it to me. A message was found on her. I copied it before hoofing it over to Sheriff Ashy. A buckload of good that mother is going to do, I angrily muttered as I took the envelope. It confirmed my suspicion. I read it out loud. From within the islands were those who could be saved. Lost souls in need of guidance. Yep, that's definitely Victoria. All Turn Roseland needed was to do was reach them. But blocked by walls, blocked by cannon, and by seabound mines did sinners keep her holy presence away from those she could uplift. But to let those be damned because of fear of loss was not cut her way. Nor is the way of the chosen. With the might of the Leviathan, she carved the path through the sinners, blooding both them and herself as if fired but her rage for 6 days and 6 nights. On the 7th day did she raise up the flag of victory. The 7 days of creation, but this time it's the 7 days of battle. Calling out to all those who wish to be saved. On the 7th night, without the sinners blocking them from the right path, did the lost souls find salvation. Jolly laughed. The Thorns being this far inland is unusual for those fanatics. They normally stay near the coastlands and rarely venture into Equestria. It's also hard to believe Victoria is one of them, though clean around the edges from what I know about the Thorns. The Thorns? Harp asked. It's what others call us. Was referring to Thorn Roseland, and how we add thorns in the side of any creature that goes out in the waters. But we just refer to ourselves as the Chosen, I explained. And why that message? So to ask. I sighed as I gave the note back to Jelly. I guess Victor is referring to this town as the island, the locals as the sinners, and Prism, she's the one that keeps me in. She is the one that keeps me from returning to the Chosen. Why I turned her down and why I first left. Yeah. I really thought that in the beginning, when she asked the question, that she would just kill both Prism and Bridget. A Prism never showed up in my life. Likely, no, I would have been in the best position, aiding in the raid of Mervey Islands. Starting over to the unconscious Prism, I struggled to keep myself calm. But like them, My mouth quivered and tears began to flow. If she never showed up, she never treated me like a real mother never did, I would have been dead. I would have never known I could live a different kind of life. She gave me a new choice, something nobody ever did for me before. No. Prism wheezed as she opened her eyes. You found the path all on your own. All I did was follow your directions. You always knew what to do when it counted. Her voice was so faint. It's not hard to imitate because I have a little bit of quad. It caused me to feel pain in my heart, hearing it. Mom, I'm here. You're going to be okay. I'll make you okay. I told her desperately as I reached out for a hoof and found it hot to the touch. Prism winced in pain at my touch, but she also smiled. Yes, you are finally home. I was so worried. My eyes closed as she fell silent again. Backing off, I glared at Jolly. What's wrong with her? Why is she in so much pain? Why? She is missing an eye and a leg. I guess it's probably not that. Jolly gave a deep and long sigh before answering. That I do not know. We have done what we can, but we have only managed to keep her stabilized. Whatever her tattoo did, it was meant to be as cruel as possible. That's all I knew. But maybe I can help? Thought the Fred. Giving him a nod, he turned it over to Prism. He hovered his paperback over her. Thought scrunched his nose, looking confused before telling us. I don't know if this is meant to be used on only cons, or some of the information might be off, but it says she is suffering from some kind of poison. Hydra's liver, it says. Then that would explain it. Truly cruel indeed. Jolly's voice quivered, and the look of disgust formed on her face as she spoke. The healing property of Hydra's blood is legendary. Their other parts have similar properties, including the liver. Then why is she in pain? Star asked again. Jolly put the note away, taking a moment to take a deep breath before answering. As I have told Scrotal, any medicine in the right amount is no different from poison. The liver is where the nutritional energy is stored. But I have seen those who ate the liver of some creatures and suffer from a heart attack soon after. The energy it gave them was too much and caused their heart to literally explode. Hydra liver is something on a much higher scale. She turned over to Prism, a weak tear in her eye. My tribe knows a lot about medicine. There are many tales about those who tried to harness the healing powers of the Hydra. They were the ones who originally made the camp, Hydra, so as to help the troops return to normal after losing a leg or another eye, but that without considerable experimentation. Even then, Hydra was never meant to be used more than once, since the chance of causing mutations was exceptionally high. I turned up to her, looking the ghoul in her eyes. And that means what? She's already a mutant? Should it not heal her? It is what's killing her. The medical ghoul spoke in a defeated tone. Her body is overworking itself to the point it's destroying itself. The liver is likely replacing her cells with its own, and the body is taking that energy to create the new cells. It's something that the Hydra was made not to do. Oh hey, Dice! Dice is back. We are around quarter way. Star is just checking on her mother right now. We just learned that it's Hydra's liver that she is suffering from. How did she get it? That's a different question. Then take it out. I know you can do that. I growled. Joy turned away from me, looking at Prism. That's not going to fix what's going on now. Hydras heal fast, and so does the cam made from them. It's like spread to her whole body. Removing the liver at this point will likely do nothing. What's worse, she's going to rapidly heal if I cut into her. I thought it was because of the super healing potion we gave her, but it was working too fast. I'm sorry, Star. There is no fixing this. No, there is! I have that I thought it over to Sotot, grabbing his bag. Give it to me! The little serum can save her! Can it? I mean, it is reverting to original body proportions, but yeah, that's probably the only thing. New phone, the notifications are a bit Yeah, I heard that your tablet broke last time, so pulling out the Emperor ship's jar with the red fluid inside, I presented it to Jelly. This can do it. It can even bring the dead back to life. Jelly looked skeptical as she glanced at the jar, and then slaughtered. Is this true? He nodded. Strange story, but the pony that gave me this shot me in the head first. I also gave it to her when she was dying from blood loss. Strange. Jelly pondered for a moment, but then shook her head. No, that doesn't solve what is killing her. The Hydra liver is likely already part of her. Can you check again, Slowthroat? See how far it's spread? Slowthroat hovered her peacock over Prism again, tapping at it. Says her blood is overproducing. Traces of the Hydra liver are everywhere. Jelly reached out and gently pushed the leather serum down from where Star had it. If you use that, maybe you buy Prism a day, but it will be a day where she's in great pain for every moment. Even if it does work, it's highly likely she will mutate into something you might have put down yourself. Trust me, I've been there. Still have nightmares sometimes. I will take that risk. I want her to live even for a day. I pleaded. Hopped on it over, giving me a hug. Star, I'm so sorry, Star. She buried her face in my chest. My own mother had the nearness of the blood that not even the most advanced medicine of treatments could care. It's not much, but I understand what you are feeling. Taking a serum, Sodot then placed the hoof on my shoulder. We are here for you, but do you need some time alone? Please leave, I requested sadly. Except for Jelly, they all trotted out, giving me the space I needed. You too, I thought that would go. In just a moment, I want to tell you something. She took a deep breath before continuing. When you were taken away, Prism had a fit and wanted to talk to you. She wanted to get your side of the story. She caused a huge stir and almost attacked the sheriff over this. Not once did Prism ever think you might have done it. When I asked her why, since you do have a history of being unpredictable at times and getting in with the bad ponies, she told me it was because you are not evil, that you are, at heart, a good pony. With that, I trotted out, leaving me alone with my mother. I felt the tears welling up again as I looked at Prism. Mom, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Again, you were right about everything. Victoria was up to something and wanted to take me away. For a moment, I wanted to go with her, to return to that old life I lived before you came into it. I thought that with her, I could make good money and send it to you and Bridget. I thought without me there, you can finally have a normal life. Bridget too. But I got selfish and turned her down, fully knowing that she was not going to simply let me go. I didn't think she would come after you. I was too stupid to see past what I wanted. I remember when I first saw you, thought I had died and Luna had taken me away. I mean, how can somebody can be so kind and worried about the shipwrecked filly, other than the goddesses? You know, I could not figure you out at all. Some strange man that looked like Luna, who worried about me and protected me. I don't know why, but I wanted you to do it more. To keep worrying about me, to keep protecting me. So when Victoria had captured you and dug those chains deep into your skin, I thought it was all over. I hated that feeling. Dug those chains deep into your skin? That might be a pre-story that I have not heard about. I know that she was being experimented on and and her wings was cut off, but I didn't know about the chains. Holding on to her burning hoof, I continued talking. I asked the question I had avoided forever now. Why did you save me back then? I was just one filly out of too many that needed a pony like you. It wouldn't have been hard. Just let the water take me and move on. Your life would have been so much better if you did. Sam's eyes slowly opened. She struggled to smile. Why, yes, you were there. I wanted to forget. I wanted to be a pony who was not. For some pain. It distressed me, but also gave me a purpose. I squeezed onto her hoof. But if any filly or colt could have played that role... No, she said softly. You needed help, and I was there. You saw falling. I saw you falling, and I heard you call for your mother. And you came for me, I said as I wiped the tears from my eyes. But why did you stay? Why did you not leave me when you could? You could have left me on the backwater or in the boat harbor. I didn't need you anymore. I would have been just fine. You chose me. Wisdom's voice became strained. I was lost, and you chose me. I saved you, and you saved me. I choked a bit at her words. But I am why you are dying. This is all my fault. Without me, you could have been happier. I would have killed myself without you, she promised as she looked me in the eyes. If I had not given myself to the goddess, I would have committed suicide. Without you, I would have been dead inside. Wisdom quickly pulled me closer. You chose me. You chose Bridget. Call it selfishness, but we are all selfish. Making the right decision doesn't mean you will get what you want. If I had chosen better, I would have lived poorer, but happier. You made the right choice. You always have made the right choice when it matters. I don't blame you. I could never blame you for wanting to be with me. She had a satisfied smile over her face as she said, You're a good pony star, and those last 11 years have been filled me with more happiness than I deserve. That's what you gave me, Star. So don't blame yourself for what others do. They are not you, and you are not them. I held on to her tighter. But I don't want you to go. What will I do without you? Prism's leg went limp. You leave. Her eyes closed as she fell back to sleep. I sat there, quietly stomping onto her hoof, not wanting to move. Star! Jenny spoke as she trotted back in. I don't know how long it had been, but it hadn't been long enough. There's a pony here to see you, so please come out. Now was not the time, so whoever this pony was, I was going to give them a piece of my mind. I needed some pony hurt. Leaving the tent and back into the dry hotel, I followed Jolly to another tent where I saw Longslide standing in the entryway. He motioned with his head for me to come inside before going in himself. Trotting in, I grumbled out, "So who the—" Luckily he didn't say the next word because that would have been fuck. Mommy! Bridget screamed as she jumped into my chest and tightly held into me with her talons. Time seemed to freeze at that moment. My mind raced, and what anger I had faded away to nothing. I grabbed my filly in my hooves. My baby. Yeah, you for a second forget that you have your own child. I looked over at Longside. Next to him was Javelina holding the case. I knew you can't sail for long, so I went and grabbed Bridget. Longside explained. Thank you, I told him as I continued to hold Bridget tightly. Thank you. My little filly squirmed out of my grip, poking her head out of my chest. Mama, where were you? Grandpa is gone too. Nobody would tell me anything, and now they say Grandpa is not feeling well. Aww. It's hurting me as well. More tears welled up in my eyes as I looked at the adorable Bridget. I'm sorry. Something forced me away. I wanted to come back, but I couldn't until now. I lied. No, that's not a lie. That's actually the truth. I could have come back so much sooner. Not really, not too much. If you tried to leave, Spritz would have stopped you. Bridget then smiled a goofy smile. Now that you're back, Grandma will get better. Grandma? Oh, prison. I was like, wait. I didn't have the heart to say it, but I couldn't lie to her either. Fortunately, Javelin spoke up, drawing her attention. Color blue with a hint of white and black. Its sadness is like that, but harder to describe. It is like the cold, like wetness. She visited, struggling to find the right words. It's lost, but wanting to see you again, you knowing you can't, you here now. Like yellow and orange, warm. Wait. I need to read that again for myself. But yeah, I know that she has synesthesia. I remember that. And it's actually, that's something that it is hard to describe. What you feel or see. I smiled at the poor griffin. I miss you too. So basically, she was missing them. But now you are here. It's making me happy. Basically. She then placed the case she was holding from in front of me. Father worked your Rascon. It filled him with light red and grey blue. Light red? That's probably anger. And grey blue. Sadness. Made this him feel yellow, like gold. Take this. He made it. It's yours. It is definitely purpose. Raising an eyebrow and letting it go, I reached out and flipped the latch that kept the case closed. Lower this one just a second. We can keep this. Because of the emotions she felt. Opening it, inside was a Griffonstone typewriter. Unlike hardballers, this was made to be used by ponies with large hoof guard and the front hoof rest. Strangely, it had ported heat shield over the barrel instead of the wings they normally had. What that heat shield? Yeah, that's probably more like an actual Tommy gun. With it were 2 large drum magazines and several stick magazines. Why? I asked. Longside sighed. Like Javelina said, that hated the thrust gun of yours and made this an example of what real SMG should be. It's mostly traditional and early model of the gun, but that threw it a few modern techniques into it. So, it can be considered the classic trap fighter. Probably why he gave it a heat shield and never put out to sell. Javelin always said it was your gun. He called the outlaw. Javelin plotted. You don't trot like others. Rust it when you do. Trot around it, under it, but not like others. Not one, but many. Not to be restricted. Yep, it's an outlaw, alright. She means you don't follow the rules, just like how this gun was made. Lowside explained. I closed the case and smiled. Are you sure? With that hard barrel, you're going to need it. We are going to be just fine without that, he said coldly. But I could see a hint of sadness on his face. He was no fool. Told me many times that he could suddenly drop. Well, you know, every griffin is in the compound was trained to know what they need to do if he's not around. So, we will be just fine. We're just going to pack up and run with our tails between our legs. Not when we have the truth. Huh, that sounds like you. I wish I could be there when you finally show why she shouldn't mess with the gun runners, I told him. Oh yeah, Harp made a lot of copies. Unfortunately, we can't do the old-fashioned way, a bit too violent for a more civilized force. But having the NCR force the mayor to remove her from power and have her taken out to court is at least proper justice, he said, sounding unsatisfied. I still blame the other two more than Ashley herself. Yes, Ashley was the one who pulled the trigger. At least, she had the gun when it went off. It might have not been even her pulling the trigger. Who knows? I mean, yes, she wanted to kill Slowthrop. He pulled the trigger at him. But I'm not sure she was pulling the trigger on Harper. It was Chekhov's promise, after all. Where she will go free? I asked. He huffed and huffed out in a noise. A bit, but even if she does go free, I know she will have peace. Likely President Gward will send her someplace far away to avoid a scandal with the Turtles. We Griffins are known for forgiveness. But you're half pony, I pointed out. I ain't going to think about it if that's what you are implying. Lowside shot at me and asked me, so what's next? Pulling the case closer to me and holding onto Bridget with my other arm, I couldn't help but feel warm. There was not much I wanted to say, so much I wanted to do, but time was quickly running out. Not sure, I'm going to need more time to think. I also want to be there for Mom. What about you now that you have the smuggler back? He grimaced. That's going to be complicated. Ranger Gabriel has been showing a lot of interest in what we have been doing before you were taken away. He's good at getting Griffins to loosen their beaks. So the NCR has been making requests. If I take the smuggler back now, they will likely force me to sell it to them, so that their own ponies can make copies. So I'm going to let the Desperados hold on to it for now. Now that makes sense. This had me a bit confused. And what? Skip on a big payout? Longslide marked. Smirked. Nah, instead I'm getting a bigger payout. It's going to cost me more if I make them their own vehicle from the ground up. Turns out they found a fast fleet of broken down old world troop transported in Philadelphia a few years back. They don't have anybody that knows what to do with them. So if Ranger Cover can't get their hose on my smuggler, then he wants me to take apart the vehicles they do have. Anyways, I have to tell you a job that requires a smuggler. I was going to have that match at Moody do it, but his prices are steep. Now I asked the Desperados to do it as the part of the deal to order the smuggler for me. That sounds like a gun runner, alright? Hardball hated the restaurant. Yep, I remember him grumbling about it. I remember him saying that you should get a real gun. I check out. It was good to have a normal conversation with him for once. Alongside, and I rarely saw eye to eye, but we could at least trust each other. Again, thank you, most of you. You're family to me, and I wouldn't want to have it another way. Safe travel, Star. He bid us as I turned to trot out with Bridget by my side. Waiting for me was Jolly, Harp, and Southwood. Several other Desperados were mulling about further away, along with that merchant. So, everybody, I'm going to stay here for now. I need to be with Prism and Bridget. Could you be here later tonight and tomorrow and pick us up? I told my friends. Of course, Star, Harp said as she turned over to Bridget. Now, Princess Bridget, do look after your mother for us. Bridget smiled by. Mama is safe with me. Oh, Southwood, I addressed him. Person that alongside will be lending the smuggler out to the Desperados. Wants them to use to do it to average job for him. So you can take the smuggler out of here. Just bring it when you come and pick me up. I see. I will just do that, he replied. Again, Hop gave me a hug. Please stay safe. Nah, I'm trouble, I said with a smile. But yeah, I will do my best. Watching them leave, I headed into Bridget. A bit tighter. You wanna see Grandma? I asked her. Yeah, she replied. Are you sure, Star? Jolly asked. Yeah, that. I was about to ask that. Are you sure about that? But, yeah, she knows that Grandma is not in the perfect condition. I looked at the zebra ghoul with determination in my eyes. We don't have time for debate. I at least want to see Prism off. Want us to see Prism off? She gave a goggled sigh. This part of the job never gets easy, even after 200 years. Yep. Looking down at my adorable daughter, I knew she was not going to like what she was going to see, but I knew she would hate it even more if she was not there for Prism. At least I can be there for her. For both of them. It's the least a family can do. Alright, let's go see Grandma and be careful of what you touch in there. And that is the end. Unique item obtained. Outlaw, Griffon's TIE fighter made by Gunner Hardballer for control and sustained fire. Perfect for life in the wasteland. Though heavy compared to all the other SMGs, it has almost no recoil, and it's built to even outlast its user. The gun has an air of mischief and style only a roguish pony could truly enjoy. There is one part of the story in the beginning that made me think that it might be a reference. This one. I grabbed them as calmly as I could, as I demanded to know. Where is Prism? Take me here now! Is it a reference to this? Let's stop this. Stop. Hopefully we don't get trouble for this, but that should be fine, like 20%. This one. We're gonna make it bigger. Is it a reference to this? As calmly as she could. It was not like that, right? As calmly as I could. It made me remember that stupid thing in Harry Potter. I don't know if it was a reference to that, but it just sounded like that to me. I think I opened the wrong video. That was not the original one. No, it's still funny. But yeah, let me see. Let me put some background music here. Sure, the Beans Club. This is one music that you might actually know. But yeah, I have to wait. There is another message that I didn't see. Before Prism was turned into an artificial icon, she was a prostitute whose young son has murdered by a Joan. Joan? What is Joan? But yeah, I have to tell you, you embodied feelings really well. I actually teared up a little bit when Bridget came into the place. Dealing with children, dealing with all of this stuff, telling them that grandma is not gonna be alright, is something that it's gonna be hard to deal with. Especially since I lost to both of my grandmas before. But you wrote really you put these feelings into words really well. That's what I want to say. I have never heard that reference though. People who see prostitutes are John. I have never heard that. I mean, obviously I wouldn't we don't know about that word because because reasons. But yeah, this episode, this chapter, big props to you. It's not gonna be nice. I'm not happy that Prism is not gonna survive. You definitely did something to make it not be able to just solve by the Lazarus serum, and it is basically. It's just a sad feeling that Deadpool has, right? But it's a bigger dose. And Deadpool only survives his own healing factor is because he has cells that are dying because of cancer. But Prism doesn't have that. So she's just healing, and all the energy is just wasted. So he's basically killing her, just as you said. But still the Lazarus Serum should be able to fix her if it was not too long ago. Should it? Shouldn't it? That's a good question. I mean, Jelly said that she would have live only a 1 day or so and it would be painful. But if she has no other chance to survive, why not try it? It might be able to save her. But yeah, you needed something to put that. That serum is not gonna work. I mean, we know that it cannot heal missing body parts. I mean, Thorn Roseland had a missing leg. Just like Prism, so it will not heal that part. Hydra are very potent. So yeah, so basically they only gave her a cam, a Hydra cam. They did not, for a second when you said Hydra's liver, I thought that she had, they made her eat the Hydra's liver and, or maybe transported it into her. But no, they injected her with the cam and slowly her liver just turned into Hydra's liver. You can heal cancer. She basically has leukemia. Wait, it's cancer? Wait. Let me go back a bit. I'm not allowing your mother to see. Why is she in pain? There we go. That's what we want to see. I will see that the right amount is no different poison. That's true. There we go. Her body is overworking itself to point it's destroying her itself. The liver is likely replacing her cells with its own, and her body is taking that energy to kill the new cells. So she can survive. She can basically survive. If we put the Lazarus Serum into her, then she's gonna become Deadpool. And she's not. She's gonna have infinite regeneration. Probably not gonna work like that, but that definitely. It is basically the same plot as Deadpool. Right there. I don't know if you know about that character, or how much you know about them. But that sounds like that, from the perspective you are writing it, that she's not gonna be saved. Because you denied the Lazarus Serum from her. And they are already just saying goodbye. It's not nice. And we are not happy about that. But as Victor knew that Prism is the one that is locking her star down, and she's the one that's keeping her in New Appaloosa. So obviously she's gonna be dead. It's gonna be nice for Bridget, most likely for Bridget. But I mean, the Desperados are gonna get them in. That's one good point. There's always something good in bad. I'm just coming down from the sadness that is gonna hit Bridget. It's a Phoenix Down problem. Yeah. Getting reminded of how stupid that was, that they couldn't just use a Phoenix Down when that very famous or infamous scene happened in Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, this is a lot to take in. I'm definitely gonna read this again a little bit later. But seeing and knowing that I have a cold right now, and also Johnny was here, there isn't gonna be a reading tomorrow. I have some things to do, and I will be working at night. Let's see. And obviously it's gonna be Friday, and there are gonna be people coming over. Yay! I'm really happy about it. But yeah, the next reading session is probably gonna be on Monday. It's gonna be later. I mean, we are really close to the end. We don't have to rush. We are gonna finish this in this week, in this year. That's for sure. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Yeah, we are really far away from the end. Really not far. That's what I want to say. But yeah, this is it for today. And yeah, see you on Monday, probably. Now I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm tired. That's probably just gonna watch some movies and stuff. Or maybe just fall asleep really. But now I'm gonna leave. Thank you for being here. See you in the next episode.